residência dos...
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has
I bump into her every time I'm investigating.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story...
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have you, on the other hand, a perfect stranger. How was he? Were you present when he had...
Tá, o negócio é o seguinte, cara, que eu não vou conseguir acessar aqui. Vamos dar um bisu aqui.
But from what I saw, the man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital. However, it will require more than that. I need to understand. How could this... Did you not do anything to help him?
Cara, o negócio é o seguinte, o marido dessa doida aí, cara, ele arrancou os próprios olhos que ele tava tendo visão. Segundo ele, de um andarilho, buscou a Sarah Hawkins. E pelo que tudo indica, a cela, o quarto dele do manicômio lá, ele começou a escrever uma... Se vocês fizerem os vídeos anteriores, vocês vão ver que ele desenhou alguns desenhos. Esses desenhos estão nos livros do Lovecraft, tá? Dentro do conto chamado de Cthulhu, que é o que faz carrega o nome desse jogo. Você tem os desenhos, né, atrás do livro, essa versão, uma capa preta com as páginas verdes. Se você virar para as últimas páginas, você vai ter esse desenho. O primeiro desenho que o doido do Lovecraft criou. O cara era um gênio, na verdade, mas ele criou isso daí dentro da visão do cosmicismo que ele desenvolveu, né? Então essas seriam formas e chamadas e desenhos que podemos dizer como sigilos para atrair essas determinadas entidades que ele chamava de Greatest Old Ones, Bloodborne eles chamam de iminentes, ou os grandes antigos, os grandiosos antigos, os grandes antigos, os unificados, seja alguma. Depende da tradução do que você for pegar de livros. Beleza? E ele arrancou os próprios olhos porque ele já estava num estado de psicose muito alterada devido às visões que ele estava tendo, a insanidade, a loucura, e aí ele foi com uma cadeira elétrica. Esse maluco prenderam ele lá numa cadeira lá onde o médico estava fazendo uns exames, cara, cheio de pedaços de gente lá, o cara era maluco. O Führer, o cara é Führer, o cara é maluco, o cara disseca a gente, sei lá, no intuito, quem sabe, conduzir o culto a Cthulhu, né? E esse maluco ele é levantado no ar, na frente, na tela aqui, na frente do protagonista do jogo. E de alguma forma ele sei lá, ele levita e alguma coisa quebra ele, cara, destroça ele na frente do protagonista e o bicho sai na correria. Ele entra em insanidade também e sai na correria. Porque ele também já está passando pelas insanidades. Ele teve contato com o Cthulhu ou com alguma entidade relacionada a ele, ao culto dele, quando ele desceu no subterrâneo da mansão. E aí o pau tora, daí agora estamos aí, a mulher do cara aí tem que contar o negócio, vamos ver qual é que é. Vou contar a verdade, alterou um pouco ali a história do jogo, mas eu vou contar a verdade. Ó, aí ferrou. Não fui eu que... Ai, tá, cara, esse bicho é muito ruim, né? Testar a eloquência.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you're...
Ó, habilitou lá. Andarilho dimensional, que é o cara que ele tinha medo, entendeu? Vamos ver se ela sabe alguma coisa, se ele contou alguma coisa pra ela.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end.
Painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
O cara era um colecionador de quadros, então ele colecionava os quadros, ele era obcecado pelos quadros da Sarah, era muito maluca. Ó, olha o dela, esse doido aqui, ó. Parece que ganhou um ponto. Depois eu vejo. Ó, esse cara aqui, ó. Aqui dá pra abrir? Francis Sanders. Ah, fica vendo, ó. Ah, esse aqui é o Führer, não, Führer, falei Führer, não. Ele é o Hitler, retardado. Esse aqui é o Führer. Também é meio retardado, igual o Hitler. Beleza, mulher. Temos as outras pistas. Vai colocar um pouco de eloquência. A eloquência me ajudou agora. Fator de psicologia 40%, 55% de investigativo. Às vezes é bom fazer um teste de eloquência, né? O que os caras falam. Visão, psicologia. Menos 3, tinha que ter mais um ponto, hein? Mais um ponto fica bom. É isso daí. Sanidade, como é que tá a sanidade? Tá bom, a morte do Francis. Olha, ele no chão para não fosse visível. O corpo do pobre coitado foi levado ao ar antes de ser atirado violentamente contra as barras do esconderijo. Não, foi uma morte sinistra, não. Bora, vamos lá. Já tá com uma cara de doido aí já. Corte de cabelo mais feio, rapaz.
Did she really care for him after all?
Agora ele vai picar o corpo do cara, mano. Cara, é muito filho da mãe. O que era muito comum naquela época, né? Só esses dissecamentos, loucuragem aí nas escuras.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Você era um amante? Reconstituir então. Bora lá. Quadro, que irado.
A house of artists. A house of artists. A house of artists. A house of artists.
Ah, só isso. Uma xícara.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Você vê a cara dele. Ah, não sobe não, pô. Já deu uma intimada, já viu? Será que ela é sua amiga? Livro, assinatura.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Esse quadro aqui. Ai, bizarro. Tinha foto dele. Não consigo passar pra lá.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Não consigo ver.
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated. Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Ah, será que ela tinha segundo? Já falou o nome da mulher ali, ela já pirou já, pô? Com certeza. Vamos lá ver o quarto.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Eu acho que eles não eram amantes não. Porque a parada deles era o negócio dos quadros mesmo. Essa loucuragem aí, esses caras. Tá quase doido na verdade, né? Mas, porra. Ah, lá no piano, ó. Necronômico.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Coleção. Ah, tá na necronômico não. subir no ocultismo. Aqui, ó. Como é que eu tô? 2/5. Quase lá, hein? Quase no nível 4. Medicina é bom, tô precisando. Depois eu dou um bisu nesse livro. Não, vou dar um bisu agora, sou ansioso. Vamos inventar. Segundo volume do breviário. É boa ter aberto esse negócio aqui. Porra, ainda bem que eu abri, hein? Eu vou ficar de gracinha, câmera não, nem tô com câmera ligada não, porque eu não fico de gracinha não, rapaz. Jogar videogame, não ficar de
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Olha o Lovecraft ali. Cacete, maluco. Vou fazer uma captura de tela. Olha o Lovecraft, é o criador de todo o mito do Cthulhu. Olha aqui. Edson Goldmolder. Olha só, rapaz. Tem até essa foto dele no livro que eu tenho no Lovecraft. É uma coletânea, na verdade, de vários contos dele, né? Não veio que crucial. Que cilindro, o áudio, né? Uma graça. Não dá pra ouvir, não. Tá, beleza. O quadro da esposa dele parece que se mexe, né? Não, tô viajando. Tá viajando. Ô, DERFEL, você tá viajando. Essas portas que não abrem, rapaz. Vou meter o pé nesse negócio. Examinar o andarilho. Tem que achar o andarilho, né? Primeiro. Tava assistindo Sabrina com a minha namorada. Sabrina tá uma viagem também, que nossa senhora, mano. Só deixa trabalho de estudante em forma de livro. Mais ilustrações, seja. E aí, medicina, aumentou de novo. Eu tô precisando aumentar a medicina mesmo, hein? 6%. Aí começou, eu botei tudo aqui, entendeu? Não joguei nada porque. Aí me ferrei, já tinha um. Sei lá. Uma baleia, um tubarão.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Mas, olha só, detetive Eduardo Paz. O que deu aí? Só eu especialista em mobilidade. Porra. Gratidão, virei especialista. Especialista no que, rapaz? Ah, tá na arte do cultismo.
I could use one of those.
Mais uma, hein? Dá até troféu esse negócio, ó. As pílulazinhas azuis, as frascos azuis.
An old diary.
Diário dele. Reverendo? Ah, aquele padre que foi morto, ó. Uma visão envolvendo um mensageiro enviado por Deus. Ela teme que eles tenham o mesmo destino. Ok, vamos pegar o último aqui.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Não, na amizade. Não eram amantes, eram amigos, pô. Uma coisa no chão. Vou ver todos esses itens aqui, a baleia do bacalhau. É focado no passado glorioso. Essa ilha eram tudo baleeiros, os caras caçavam baleia. Esse quadro aqui. Ih, deu boa. Peguei a chave. Chave da galeria. Vou falar com essa mulher aqui. Ilha cronômico. Caralho. Além da realidade, qualquer troféu aqui. Aceitar ler um livro profano. Não é econômico. Enciclopédia de criaturas monstruosas desconhecidas. Estou começando a acreditar na existência dela. Não dá pra dar zoom. Na orelha, rapaz. Toma, bobo. E aí eu ganhei ponto de sanidade. Já fiquei bem doido. Bestiário. Esse bestiário faz um inventário das melhores criaturas do mundo oculto ou de dimensões paralelas, a própria natureza dele. Olha, para esperar um pouco de sanidade. Novas. É aqui, ó. Daria dimensional. Sinistro, hein? Sinistro. Sinistraço. Males bestiários. Ó, os grandes antigos, a greatest old one. Acho que é greatest one, great old ones. Coisa assim, grandes antigos. Esse tomo profano dentre os livros mais malditos será um dia a muralha final entre a humanidade e os predadores que aguardam para devorá-la, ocultos sob o véu das dimensões paralelas. A pira do Lovecraft dentro da questão do cosmicismo é justamente isso. A humanidade não representa nada diante da imensidão do cosmos. E dentro da imensidão do cosmos, durante várias dimensões, tecnicamente existem outras criaturas que estão vivendo entre nós, mas que são tão absurdamente distantes da compreensão humana, que caso um ser humano ou os humanos as vissem, levaria à loucura, à insanidade, que é abrange a pegada do cosmicismo. Então, se você lê alguns contos do Lovecraft, você vai ver que as pessoas ficam doidas. Tem um conto que é do cachorro, cão noturno, cão soturno, alguma coisa assim. Esse cão, ele possuía um negócio lá que os caras roubaram, esse cão ficava caçando a galera. Então, tecnicamente, ninguém sobrevivia àquele cão, ele matava todo mundo. Outro conto muito bom dele é da cidade dos homens, pescadores, inclusive aqui que relata dentro desse jogo. Que eles adoravam uma besta, um filho lá, e essa besta aí trazia cada vez mais, transformava eles dentro daquele mundo que eles viviam naquela besta, essa besta devorava eles. E o que está dentro do bestiário é justamente isso, vai trazendo à tona essas criaturas que Lovecraft criou e que muitos dizem que, tipo assim, que ele viu, ele acabou tendo contato com essas criaturas. Não deixa de ser uma realidade. Né? Não dá pra entender. Ele era um cara também decadente, né? Naquela época lá, uma espécie de culto à decadência, ao satanismo, né? Um bagulho assim. Ele era um dissidente disso, né? Não que ele fosse um decadente, mas ele estudava isso. Bom, bora, vamos lá. Pistas. A carta do Sara. Vai a chave, os conhecimentos. Encontrei o remédio para dormir. O diário da esposa. Opa. Rapaz. Aqui é o Malha do Vestiário, volume 2. Bora lá então. Esse que era o último. Fecha. Eu li o livro, como é que tá minha sanidade? Tá boa, tá boa. Olha só os tentáculos dele, sabe que na pintura do Minecraft? Aquela que ele tá sentado assim, os tentáculos do pegando ele. O cara era insano, né? Que irado. Vamos falar com essa mina aí.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Se eu falar isso lá.
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant. Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder. Go take a hike, Detective. Go take a hike, Detective.
Deve fechar a porta, não. Vou deixar a porta aberta, vou deixar a porta aberta. Se tiver que sair na correria. Vai se esconder de quem, louco? Nossa, agora sim vou dar uma explorada boa. Olha só. O que temos aqui? Olha lá. Cara, pô, parece o cara lá do Pérola Negra lá, como é que é o nome? Holandês voador.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Nossa, medonho. Os dois estão de frente um pro outro. Ó. Para a esquerda. Não, vai sair na mesma aula. Vou fazer pela parede aqui. Representando o culto.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
A versão do livro que eu tenho dos contos dele é muito bom, cara. Um verde, velho. Porra, bacana, né? Pedra incrustada, né? Carregar. Pronto, vai carregar.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Old weapons. Irmão. Caraca. Tá começando a ficar bom o bagulho.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Às vezes a luz pode mostrar alguma coisa, né? Traço de insanidade que eu possa adentrar. Tem tipo uma tiara na cabeça. Uma coroa. Aqui. Começando as obras. Ah lá, ó. Carrega aí. Esse aqui. Destruição da humanidade, né? Retratava isso, né? Cara, um nó no pato aqui, mano. Mergulho o ganso aqui, matou. Lobo devorando quem? Carneiro? Não, uma mão? Braço? Uma foca. Braço.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Lá é onde tá o bendito do... velas no chão. Hoje você precisa essa batalha com uma figura. Peça de cara, símbolos da terra, esconder e expulsar. Tá. Vou carregar minha lanterna aqui. Nunca se sabe quando vai faltar óleo. Então. Paga. Vai no isqueiro mesmo. Mas é isso aí. Bora seguir o jogo. Chegou. que olhar pra ele, hein, doido?
What the hell was that?
Não posso dar pra esse bicho aí, velho. Tem que entender que não pode olhar pra essas paradas. Pegou.
I can't even touch it. No way out.
Fim de jogo, último ponto de controle, meu. Que isso? Não, aquela porta não dá pra ir não. Tá. Segurar o sistema de novo.
What the hell was that?
Vai lá que eu tenho que ir.
What the hell was that?
Ainda tem claustrofobia, mano. Sai fora. Bicho feio da porra.
I can't even touch it. Oh God.
Ah, sai fora. Feio demais, né?
What the hell was that? That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. If I destroy it. That thing came out of the...
entender agora como faz aqui.
What the hell was that?
Vai pegar. Pegar uma daga, é isso que eu vou fazer.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Tá. Deu merda, mas não sei o que tem que fazer.
What the hell was that? Use this dagger.
What?
Damn it! That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Uma daga.
I could try tearing the painting with this thing.
Usar todas as adagas que tem ali. Eu já percebi que não ia ser fácil. Não é muito fácil pra ele só pegar uma adaga só.
What the hell was that?
Pegar todas as adagas primeiro, não?
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! have to use a specific dagger.
Deixar o ponto certo, coloca o punhal certo. Vaza daqui, bicho feio.
This dagger looks different.
Folha do além aqui. Banheiro rastejante dimensional. Cagaço da porra.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Consegui me livrar. Consegui me livrar desse negócio aí, velho. Caçamba. Bem sinistro. Eu tenho que ver tudo que eu peguei lá, que eu não consigo jogar ainda, né? Com 2 pontos. Como é que eu tô de medicina. Pouca medicina. Sanidade ficou bem doido. Caralho, onde parece, ficou bem louco, abalado. Não tô muito culpado. Olha que bom.
Where's the bookseller? An old diary.
Ficou verde já. Hurricane. Funcionava pesadelos e comportamentos anormais. Pesadelos. Não é alguma coisa de medicina, porque tá bravo o bagulho, viu? ó, melhorar a medicina. Eu tô ferrado. Opa.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Ah, esse aqui é Viajante das Estrelas. Eu falei anteriormente, acho que é Viajante das Estrelas. Eu acho. Ah, não é um cara ali. Não sei se é aqueles que entram na mente da galera. Bom. Nossa, que lindo. A Taga dos Antigos. Signo ancião. Signo ancião. Pargali, Igor Aline Pacha, Grão Vizir, uma figura do é o árabe louco lá.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Estudei ela na época que eu tava em Rosa Cruz. Já era mais ativo. Hoje em dia não tem muito apego. Quis me aprofundar um pouco mais. Mas eu encontrei um livro dela. Não sei se eu não lembro se era esse daqui, não. Acho que era esse daqui mesmo. Ela dava uma compilação da teosofia, o embasamento da teosofia. Olha tudo que tem aqui. Olha no chão, cara, aqui. É um jogo investigativo. Eu tô gostando. Eu vi um cara falando mal pra caramba. Você só tem essa opção, você só vira aqui, você não tem. Porra, cara. Na moral, acho que o gurizão falou besteira, né? Pô, esse jogo aqui é uma obra de arte, velho.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Olha, foi pra medicina o negócio. Signal, Freud por aqui, rapaz. Signal. Sejam Bem. Meu Deus. Consultei tudo pra cá, acho que agora tá mais que na hora de ir pro salão.
What happened here?
Opa. Vamos à reconstituição.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. To whom does this footprint belong? No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Pouco melhor em medicina, né? Olha que agora.
What happened that made the burglar flee before? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What the? Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Ah, Universidade Católica, rapaz. É o seguinte, a Universidade Viscatônica ela tá presente em todos os contos dele. Cara, é difícil, praticamente todos, tá? Não vamos dizer todos. Cara, mas é difícil ela não tá presente em alguma, sabe, algum livro dele, alguma coisa, algum conto, desculpa.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between...
Agora tem que tentar achar números dessa coisa, tá? Ah, sei lá. Eu vou ter que achar uma senha. Isso eu já não tenho lá. E parece como é que tá? Quase lá no motivo. Tem uma tonturinha, né? Tem uma tonturinha.
Arkham editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice. Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Desistir. Vamos ver. Sete, 18, não pode ser. Pode ser, pode ser. Eu acho que não. Deixa eu ir lá naquela sala.
And these red drops. like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Chalice of Knowledge. The Queen has little protection.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of... I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows.
The Queen has little protection.
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Três. Se for esse daí, vai dar. O último lá, né? Ele fala do livro menor. Ah, não creio. Eu creio. Caramba, que cena, hein? Foi por... O mito conta que o Necronômico ele foi pelo árabe louco, acho que era. Foi escrito em pele humana. E realmente o primeiro livro foi feito em pele humana. Uma cópia dele, se não me engano, está no Vaticano. A segunda cópia pertence a uma ordem ocultista, que eu não lembro o nome, tá? Mas uma cópia está com o Vaticano. Existem duas cópias originais. O que você vê por aí é baboseira que só vai te levar a fazer merda na tua vida. Então, tudo que está no livro, você quer escrever, quer fazer, não é recomendável. Tá? Vai estar mexendo com coisa brava. Agora sobre a senha ali, ele fala primeiro sobre o cálice, né, bebida do Graal. Então você vai lá no cálice, ele fala sobre os pingos e gotas vermelhas, né? Então gotas vermelhas é rubi. São 5 rubis. O segundo que ele vai falar ali, ele vai falar sobre a rainha branca já era, né? Então aqueles que estão em pé tem que defender ela. Então você só vai lá e conta quantos estão protegendo a rainha branca, né? É o bispo, o cavalo, eu acho que a torre. Então são 3. E o último ele vai mencionar o 9º livro, que é o livro que ele mais gosta da série do Arkham. Sacou? Bacana, né? Eu vou dar uma mijada. E já volto aí. Sim. Pra descobrir mais. Só com o rostinho de fora. Vamos lá de volta então.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor, after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something...
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at...
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry. That the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified. No.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium? Look at these sticky rings growing at...
I'm sure you'll find an explanation.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated.
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even... And you won't believe me, but...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not... But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those...
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in...
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing... And this... simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do...
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than...
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was...
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller... And I need to know what that is before I...
And where would you find those? In his office?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep...
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Esse aqui sou eu.
Chronic insomnia, like half the island.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental,
What a pest.
if I understand correctly.
It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Ethan.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting.
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me.
I trust you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only...
No. No one has ever seen... It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be...
I don't know yet, but I will... Everyone in Darkwater is suffering.
Really?
We don't have any medical...
Oh.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh. All right.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but... It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Dr. Colden, do you want something? I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor. Please, I'll be in trouble with Mrs. Donovan if I'm late. Do you want something?
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him? The key to the boiler room is... Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The key to the boiler room is missing. What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought...
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor. Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself, and the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off...
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. Dr. Fuller always... The boiler room key... Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor. Please, I'll be in trouble with Mrs. Donovan if I'm late. Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth. His binds left bloody wounds. Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man. The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty...
She's a witch, an old hag.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order
once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions to... We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Dr. Colden?
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food. But your mother... I'll tend...
Well, that's... But those are...
Very well. Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission? Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling stick. What's wrong with...
What are you talking about?
Ah,
Yes, it's Dr.
it's the old whaling stick.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
And that's how you broke...
Perhaps. No, I... Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
I'll just sleep a bit.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. Says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool. Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Doctor? Those...
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems...
I've done an...
And...
I'll never...
Rule... Anyhow...
Understood.
As a matter...
I saw. They bring them each time.
They're...
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Is everything all right?
Yeah,
I will.
Oh.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Dr. Colden,
I was about to
I can't...
It's not your fault if we have defective...
And yet, courage.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It seems that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Why is Ethan on medication? Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start. Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the... She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Now go! Rescue...
Thank you, Drake.
Curva de novo, mano. Cara, saiu uma sequência de troféus, hein? Bacana. Capítulo 9. Começando o capítulo 9, vamos deixar iniciar. E aí finalizamos por aqui. Um jogo muito inteligente. Fazer bastante coisa. Correr atrás do resultado. Espero que o geral goste desse capítulo aí. Final do 7, 8, 9, agora começando o 9. Jogo inteligentíssimo. Cérebro vai dando nó. Pode ser as escolhas certas. Eu fiz a escolha errada aí. Com certeza. Tenho certeza que fiz umas escolhas erradas. Seja bem-vindo. Welcome home. Mas infelizmente chegou um pouquinho tarde, meu jovem. E agora...
I pray that Colden is really here
dormir.
and alive. An old diary.
Tá melhorado aí, meu jovem. Quase lá. Quase lá pra ficar especialista. Que acho que eu tô. Aqui, ó. Palavras do louco Abdul Hazret. Bora, meu. Olha lá. Tocou a capa de pele humana que eu tinha conversado, lá tinha comentado pra vocês. Decifrou as últimas palavras do louco Abdul Hazret. Como uma resposta às perguntas que Pierce. É isso aí, então. Valeu, valeu, valeu.